What we want to do next is face one side of this, uh, just to get a good finish on it. We'll face the other side as our last step to get to our desired weight. We've got just a little jig here. All it is a piece of aluminum, drilled and tapped for 5/16 24, with a set screw, 5/16 24 set screw in it. Thread this on so that the threads do not come out this side. Now we're going to load that in the chuck. We'll take our turning tool off, put our facing tool on. And what we want to do is just clean this face up. These are very close to the thickness we'll need to get our desired weight. So we don't want to take any more off than we have to other than just to clean it up. I have the carriage locked down now. Just going to barely touch. Go in a couple thousandths. Again, I'm using the power cross feed on this lathe. Alright, that didn't quite clean it up. Got just a little more on that side there. So we'll take about three or four more thousandths. Okay, while we're in there, we're going to take our file and just break that edge right there. Alright. May need to and again we got a nice shiny edge on there. So we'll continue to do that. And what I'm doing is, if there is one side that's worse than the other, I'm putting the worst side out now because we know we're going to clean that entire face up. I'm not seeing any difference on that one, so we'll just continue and get the remainder of them. Alright, I realized that was only 4 on the camera. I had one of them done and didn't have the camera turned on, so that's the 4 of them. What we're going to have to do next is use the tap and clean those threads out just a little bit, because when our facing tool passed over that, it left a little burr in there. So I'm just going to do that off camera, just with a hand tap. Just clean those threads out for the next step. All right, for the next step, we're going to set our compound. Make sure you can see this. Yeah, we're going to set this at 45 degrees. That's the angle that's on the that we're trying to match. So we're set for 45 degrees. Now we're going to place these on there with the side that we just faced, the clean side. We're going to put that in and be very careful of this front edge because it's sharp, and one of them already got me. Okay. Now we're going to put our regular turning tool back in. And turn it so that it's about straight with the work. Now what we'll be using now is the compound and not the cross slide. We'll just be using a cross slide to advance it. But now moving the compound, we're cutting our 45-degree angle now. And there's no set angle we're looking for there. As a matter of fact, the amount that we're leaving there is about the thickness of a nickel. I know that's fine measurements, but again, this is not a precise measurement we're looking for here. Alright, now that I've got that first one set, I'm going to set the dial on the compound on the cross slide to 0. So that way I know I'm coming back to it each time. Again, we're going to buff it with the file. And what we're going to do is actually, after I do this to all of them, we'll put this on the scale and see what it weighs. If it's too heavy, we'll come back in, we'll set the compound back up to 90 degrees and face this edge right here off just to get it down. If it's within weight just like it is, we'll simply take some Scotch-Brite and just brighten up this face side a little bit. So we'll continue to do that to all 5 of them. Again, we're turning the side we just faced in. And evidently I didn't clean that burr off real good. But that cleaned it off. Alright. Okay, what I'm going to do now, and I'll I'll do a couple of them before I move the camera, but I'm just going to go over to the scales and weigh these and determine if I need to take any more off or just, like I say, polish that face. Now, if you were watching real close, you might have noticed that one of the ones that I just put the bevel on, I turned the shiny to the outside. So I may have to clean up that back side. But again, it's going to be clean on both sides one way or the other. So I'll weigh these. I'll leave the camera sitting right here just to show you if I do need to face any more of them. And then I'll carry back to the camera and to the workbench to view the final product. Okay, excuse me. All right, I've got the scales. I brought the scales over here to the lathe. Hopefully you can see it. This one's 16 thousandths over, 1.016 ounces. So I'm going to set it on here and face it. I may have to, yeah, I'm down very low on my battery, so let me get the power cord over here to the battery, or to the camera. Okay, I hope I don't have an emergency. I got power cord on the left of me for the scales, and power cord for the camera on the right for the camera. But as I say, this one was 16 thousandths over, so we're going to just skim this face edge. I have the compound set back at 90 degrees now, and got the facing tool back on. Alright, this one is faced off now, and let's see if we got too much. Alright, I'm going to get the camera over there, hopefully where you can see it. Alright, let's move the camera over. .003. That's 3 thousandths of an ounce. And my goal was to get within 10 thousandths of an ounce, plus or minus. So we're going to call that one finished. Now I'm going to continue the process. And I'm not going to try to move the camera back and forth every time. Hopefully you'll trust me. Okay, our next one is 19 thousandths over. So again, we're just going to skim this face. You might ask why I don't just leave the cross slide or the compound set to the same and run them all that way. Density of metal, for whatever reason, will vary just a little bit, especially when you're getting down to thousandths of an ounce. So I'd rather just skim a little bit and take the measurement off. Alright, we're still just a little over now, 13 thousandths over. And I just noticed the back side of this one was not cleaned up completely, so I'm going to turn this one around and take that other little bit off the back side. .999. Oh, 1 ounce, 0.999. It's flickering between 1 ounce even and 0.999. So I'm satisfied with that one as well. I didn't weigh this one first. Let me take a peek at it. Okay, that was 22 thousandths over, so we can get a little more aggressive, but I don't want to get a whole lot more. Alright, I can see that didn't quite clean that up. But again, we're going for weight now. We can always buff out if we have to. 8 thousandths over. I'm going to go just a little bit more. It's within tolerance, but I'm going to touch that face just a little more. Let's see what it does now. .998. Settling on .998. So within 2 thousandths of an ounce. Alright, this is the one that I put the bevel, put him backwards when I was putting the chamfer on the edge there. Of course, again, it doesn't matter. We're going to clean up both sides. See what that weight is. Okay, that was 23 thousandths over. So we should be able to get us a good cut on this big side. If anybody's concerned about me placing the scale in front of the on-off switch, this up here is the kill switch. If something were to go wrong and start to crash, all I've got to do is slam that switch right there and everything was off. So let's see how close we are now on this one. That cleaned up that backside beautifully. .003, bouncing between 3 and 4, so well within our tolerance. And now the last one. Need to weigh it first, just to be sure. $16 thousandths over. Okay, let's see where we are on this last one. 0.995. So well within our tolerance. Alright, I'm going to move everything back over to the workbench and we'll do a quick recap. Here are our 5 weights that we have just finished. Nice bright shiny stainless steel. Let's see what it looks like on the scale. 0.998, I think is where it's going to stabilize. 1.003. 0.995. 1.002. 0.999. All right, let's look at all 5 of them. Within 1/1000th of an ounce across those 5. I honestly don't think I can do any better than that. I'm happy with this. We're talking about grains of sand here. You set your stabilizer on the ground, get a little mud on it, get a little dirt on it, or a butterfly pitch on the end of your stabilizer. That's the kind of weight difference we're talking about here. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope to be making some more videos archery related. In fact, I plan to do an entire series on stabilizers, from the quick disconnects to actually building the stabilizers themselves. So shoot straight and see you on the range.